Be me, Sarah, but everyone calls me Sarah now. 3 years deep in a dumpster of a relationship. Roles, me, him, his family, my friends, my job. Him is Jamal, not a nice name here. Jamal is soft-spoken sometimes. Also kicks doors sometimes. His mom Donna is nuclear unreasonable. Roommate existed for 3 months. Left fast. Friend Monica is my lifeline group chat. Coworker Rob saw me crying in supply closet. Baby, Lil Issa, stolen by his family. I hate Jamal. I hate Donna more. I started looking for a studio. Lease ends in 90 days. Feels like forever. First escalation happened last winter. Found phone with 40 tabs of porn. Some were weirdly themed, too specific. Also found messaging apps behind Face ID. Face ID? Of course it was his face. He put his face on my life. Confrontation day 1. I accused him in the kitchen. He laughed like a man with no teeth. He said, "Those are my searches." Then called me dramatic in front of his mom. Donna clapped like a judge. New rule number 1. No phones on kitchen table. Donna's first rule, gentle start. Jazz hands for escalation. 2 days later, he locked his phone with a padlock. Literal padlock on his dresser drawer. Unreasonable? Yes, but this is a sitcom now. Donna upgraded to kitchen hours. Kitchen hours meant I ate at 9 p.m. I work nights sometimes. Their family dinners became tribunals. Public humiliation event 1, Thanksgiving light. Donna accused me of stealing napkins. I was holding a fork. Everyone stared, including my coworker Rob. Rob later texted, "You okay?" In group chat. I typed, "Fine." My hands shook the whole week. Escalation moves forward. Jamal started phone audits. He demanded passwords like a tyrant teen. New demand. Give him my passwords. I refused, told Monica. Monica said, "Get receipts." I started screenshotting conversations. Unreasonable character introduced properly. Donna invented punishments. First, she confiscated my headphones. Second, she charged me for toilet paper. Third, she proclaimed, "No solo vacations." She liked theater but villain style. She made a chore chart with fines. It had stickers and a Sharpie. I began to feel like a tenant in my own life. Social witnesses increased. Neighbor Mel from 2B heard us fight. Mel waved next day, eyes like Roman jury. Coworker Rob told HR something vague. Donna overheard and accused Rob of lying. New rule. No outside opinions allowed. If anyone mentioned counseling, she scowled. I refused to be silenced. Quietly. Found bruises 1 week. Jamal said, "You fell." Donna said, "You fell together." My friends rallied in a group chat. Monica, Lupe, Carlos typing in caps. They called him Jamal the Faller. That name stuck in a mocking way. I joked it out loud once. Donna did not laugh. Public humiliation event 2 at his sister's graduation. His cousin Krista live-streamed our argument. 1 million people watched a screenshot in group chat. She called me unstable on camera. I was nominated unstable in front of strangers. Then came the pregnancy. This is where denial becomes policy. Accidental or not, Jamal wanted it. He wanted a living trophy, a project. He said, "I want a kid who looks like me." Donna started planning christening menu. New demand. Baby named after him. Baby named after Jamal's grandfather, Gregory. I resisted the name like a Cold War. Jamal threatened me. Either you carry it to term, or we have consequences. Consequences meant shouting. Consequences turned physical sometimes. I have bruises that match the calendar. I hid them under sweaters. Social witnesses noticed my sweaters. Monica asked in group chat, "Are you safe?" I lied, work stress. All good. Lying became daily cardio. The baby arrived. We named the child Lil Issa because I snuck it in. Commitment to chaotic choices. Later I learned Jamal never cared for Lil Issa. He cared about a symbol. He wanted to say, "I made this." He wanted proof of masculinity. Donna wanted grandchildren as trophies. They took Lil Issa to their house. They said, "We can give her a stable home." Stable meant controlled. They had a pacifier policy in effect. I was furious and detached. I wanted to leave immediately. Couldn't because lease and money. New rule. No leaving without permission. Jokes, but it's a jail sentence. I started saving tabs, literally tabs. 40 tabs of porn led to an idea. I looked deeper into his phone habits. Found private chats with mothers, with nannies. Found a message, need someone to babysit permanently. Found receipts for family counseling he never attended. Hypocrisy is the comedy engine. He preached about family values publicly. Then messaged a stranger you into family roleplay. I screenshot and saved everything. Social witnesses expanded. Monica kept logs, Lupe recorded voicemail trash. I printed receipts like ransom notes. One day I forgot to lock my laptop. Jamal saw my folder studio options. He read, "I need space." He screamed, "You think you can leave?" Donna came from the kitchen with a wooden spoon. New punishment. Spoon price fines. She threatened to call my employer. She said, "Tell them what kind of woman you are." I thought about HR emails and reputations, which later became crucial. James, a barista friend, saw me crying in public. He asked if I wanted to crash at his place. I said not yet. I couldn't leave until lease ended. So plan, move out when lease ends, break up later. I opened 50 tabs of apartments. Took screenshots like a spy. I emailed landlords in the middle of night. Heard Jamal snore like a predator. Unreasonable character escalation again. Donna introduced the binder. The binder contained rules for my behavior. Rule 21. Do not speak ill of family. Rule 42. Do not leave childless rooms empty. She added fines in purple ink. She mailed me a bill for emotional counseling. I laughed until I cried. Public humiliation event 3 at the laundromat. She called me laundry thief in front of people. I shrank into a dryer. The group chat blew up. My coworkers joked at lunch. ROB whispered, "Snap out." I didn't snap, I planned. Introduce unreasonable law. No solo bank accounts. Jamal wanted to consolidate finances. He said, "We're a family now." He wanted control of my cards. My bank called me suspicious. I set up a secret account under a fake name. Lupe helped. She has a cousin in fintech. We used pizza points to mask transfers. Criminal? Maybe, but not violent. We're not villains, we're survivors. One night, Jamal cornered me in hallway. He accused me of looking at other men. I hadn't. We argued, voices spilled into the stairwell. Mel from 2B put her head out the door. She yelled, "Call the police." I froze like a deer on 4 beers. No cops came that night, but the escalation climbed. New demand, prove your love publicly. He wanted me to post a family selfie. Donna curated the captions. I refused and posted a blurry plant pic instead. They called me passive-aggressive. The household voting board lowered my score. Vote. Apology or attend family Bible hour. I chose apology once, it didn't help. I tried to document abuse. Ring camera? We had one at the door. It recorded everything. They didn't know it auto-uploaded. One morning, I found a folder labeled Jamal Receipts. Inside were photos of me sleeping, taken by someone with no moral compass. I burned the photos in the sink. Later discovered Donna had backups. Shock humor pivot. Donna kept receipts like baseball cards. She bragged to friends about collecting transgressions. They had a book club of other people's drama. New witness. Donna's friend Helen from church. Helen began to attend dinner parties. Helen documented every outburst. Public humiliation event 4. Helen posted a blurry clip. The clip circled town like a sneeze. I lost my job the next Monday. Manager Greg said, "It's about optics." I cried in the break room while he folded towels. Monica screamed at Greg in Slack. Monica got a warning. Escalation did not slow. Jamal started legal talk casually. "We could press charges," he said. "For what?" I asked. "For letting the baby go," he said. Hypocrisy bonanza. He threatened to call CPS. Donna said, We will protect Lil Issa at all costs. They took the child legally into their custody. Custody? More like seizure. I was told you can't care for her. I tried to fight in court, but I had no money for lawyers. I had screenshots and bruises and receipts. Judge looked weary. He said, "Favor the stable home." Stable home meant Donna's schedule, lock code, spoon fines. Court ordered supervised visits. Supervised meant my dignity on a tether. I showed up with a folding chair. I smiled like a hostage negotiator. Public humiliation. His aunt video called the visit. Played in general chat of family page. Thousands watched my half smile. Some left comments like, "That's not how you parent." I left furious and hollow. I started an escape plan like a heist movie. Money saved, belongings purged, fake addresses found. On the internet, I found a studio 2 blocks away. I texted the landlord, interested. Landlord texted back, "Can see Tuesday." Tuesday. A day that smelled like freedom. But plot twist, Jamal's temper rose. New demand, "I need the keys by Sunday." He wanted to hold my ID hostage. He claimed, "You'll run with the baby." I had already accepted that the baby was gone. I only needed myself. This made him angrier. Public humiliation event 5 at grocery store. Donna screamed, "Thief," because I took the last avocados. I held the avocados like a shield. Somebody posted it to family page with caption, "Avocado thief." I wanted to vanish into guacamole. Escalation again. Jamal started stalking my email. He hacked one account once. Found my screenshots, laughed, called me traitor. He forged messages and sent them to my friends. Monica's phone blew up with fake texts. Monica confronted me in person. We argued in a parking lot. Rant aloud during humiliation scene. I screamed about being threatened, forced, abused. Monica panicked and left. She later apologized in the group chat. But damage done. Gossip is a contagious drug. New character enters. Dina, a bar exam lawyer. Dina overheard my rant at a coffee shop. She slid a business card across the table. "I've seen worse," she said. I signed a retainer like a sick joke. Retainer meant, "We'll try." Trial dates set like funerals. I felt like a walking calendar. Donna kept escalating petty rules. No drinking after 6 p.m., even water. No laughing too loudly in common areas. No inspirational songs in the shower. She even made quiet hour at 3 p.m. for naps. The house felt like a museum exhibit. I decided to accelerate my plan. I booked the tour for the studio. I told Dina, "I'll sign after I move." Dina said, "Be careful." I said, "I will be brutal." And I was. The day before moving, I made a list. List titled, "Exit Blueprint." Step 1, pack essentials. Step 2, call landlord, sign papers. Step 3, block phone numbers. Step 4, move at dawn. I learned Jamal snores, but dawn is for criminals. Packing was a comedy of tension. Donna forbade Ziploc bags. She said Ziplocs are for poor people. I used a trash bag anyway. Public humiliation event 6 at the curb. I dragged a mattress downstairs. Neighbors watched like a stadium. Donna filmed me and posted it. Caption, "Homewrecker relocation." I felt like a meme in real life. Move day at dawn was chaotic. Jamal staggered into hallway in slippers. "Where are you going?" he asked, confused. I smiled and didn't answer. Donna blocked my path with a rolling pin. She threatened to call police for theft. I laughed and lifted my trash bag. People on the sidewalk clapped like it was a parade. Monica brought coffee in a to-go cup. She drove the U-Haul like a demon. Dina texted, "I filed for emergency hearing." I thought, finally. But Dina later said, "Court can't move that fast. Legal reality is slow blood." Jamal tripped in the hallway purposely. He cried and yelled, "You left me." Passive-aggressive tears. Neighbors took out phones. Recordings clicked on like a litany. New witness. Ring cam footage from neighbor. It showed Jamal theatrically flopping in foyer. It also showed Donna dragging my box of books. Later, the footage becomes crucial. We drove away with one suitcase each. Monica refused to take Lil Issa in the car. We all knew custody rules. Awkward truth. We took what was ours. Landlord signed the new lease in my name. I slept in the studio with windows facing alley. First night. Silence is loud. I set alarms and practiced breathing. I felt like a fugitive without glamour. Next morning, messages flooded my phone. Jamal typed, "Where are you?" Donna typed, "You owe us for spoons." I blocked numbers one by one. Blocking felt like flipping off an ex-president. Public humiliation post went viral in small town. Someone at work said, "We saw your moving video." I held my head high like a broomstick. Dina called with court date file. It was a date in 4 weeks. I tried to prepare and failed. My mind kept finding violations and replaying them. I began to sleep with a lamp on. Living apart felt like a different heat. I changed my locks legally. The landlord installed a new deadbolt. He winked like a man who sells security. Donna wasn't done. She sent a caretaker friend to the building. Caretaker pretended to be new neighbor. She knocked politely one afternoon. "We miss you," she said like poison. I closed door and recorded conversation. New witness. The caretaker's phone call leaked. It went to Monica, who recorded further. Evidence pile grew like a paper monster. The custody hearing approached like an eclipse. Dina coached me to be calm and boring. "Don't cry," she said. "Be factual." I tried to be factual about bruises. At hearing, Jamal cried theatrically. Donna sighed dramatically like a Greek chorus. He presented a roster of friends who testified about my instability. Their testimonies were petty and detailed. They described my loud music and late-night walks. I offered screenshots and ring cam footage. Judge requested mediation. Mediation meant more humiliation in a fluorescent room. We sat at a table with a neutral person named Leslie. Leslie said, "Let's find common ground." Common ground was Donna's China collection. Mediation failed, obviously. We left with more paperwork. On the way out, Jamal muttered, "You ruined everything." He emo-rocked like a man with a playlist. I walked to my car and laughed silently. Escalation now included social media lawyers. Jamal hired a PR person named Chris. Chris sent me a cease and desist message. For what? Defamation. I had no public platform, only screenshots. Felt absurd and tiny. My job was complicated now. Memos circulated about employee stability. HR asked me to step down from client-facing role. I said, "I can't afford that." HR said, "We understand." They did not. My bank notified me of an investigation. Turns out Jamal had disputed a joint charge. They froze some accounts momentarily. I had secret cash stash under mattress. I withdrew it like a spy with a coupon. I started buying pepper spray in bulk. Not for attacks, for peace of mind. Monica started a GoFundMe Sarah Escape Fund. It raised $300 overnight. Felt like small currency of dignity. Donna spread rumors about the fundraiser. She said it's a scam on a Facebook post. People wrote crude things. I read and kept breathing. New witness joined. Daycare provider named Tasha. Tasha texted, "We miss Lil Issa." She sent photos without thinking about court rules. Photos circulated among Jamal's family. I saw a pic of my child with a brand new sweater. I cried once and then hardened. Dina delivered news. File for emergency visitation. She said, "We need something dramatic." Dramatic needed to be real. We collected evidence. Ring cam, receipts, messages. We filed. Court gave temporary supervised visits. Supervised means a stranger watches you like a TV host. I went to visits with a backpack of smiles. Lil Issa clung to Donna's apron when I approached. I was crushed like a grape. I tried to engage her with a puppet. She refused the puppet, loved the apron. Public humiliation. Donna posted the visit to family page. Caption, "Mother trying to win back child." I was trying per their narrative. They made me incompetent in pixels. I started leaving passive comments on posts. I wrote "nice sweater." It was drowned by other comments. things escalated into petty legal warfare. Jamal claimed I was unfit because of impulsive leaving. My impulsive leaving saved my life. Court asked for therapy records. I provided them like evidence of trying. Dina filed for a custody modification. She said, "We need to aim lower to win higher." Dina's metaphors were lawyer-speak glue. Meanwhile, Donna escalated to public shaming night. She organized a barbecue and invited neighbors. The theme was family values. They played my moving video on an old projector. It looked like a horror film in 720p. People laughed, pointed like bang dogs. I sat in the audience with Dina like a target. I held my plate like armor. I couldn't leave without causing a scene. So I stayed, silent and explosive. I later found out my work sent an HR email. It leaked to Jamal via his cousin. He used it like a weapon. He printed it and taped to the fridge. It said, "We are concerned." Concern is often a prelude to control. I decided to escalate preparation. I bought a prepaid phone on someone's advice. I used it for legal calls only. I blocked numbers that mattered. But Donna still found ways to escalate. She used the mailman to drop care packages. Care packages contained passive-aggressive wares. They included baby shampoo for grandparents. I flipped out and sent it back. The mailman looked uncomfortable. New witness. Mailman filed unusual delivery note. I saved it as another receipt. One night Jamal showed up at my studio. He banged on the door like a soap opera villain. I didn't answer. He left a note. "We're not done." Note smelled like cologne and threat. I called Dina. She called police. Report filed. Police took a report and called it disturbance. They left with a business card of emptiness. Ring camera from my neighbor recorded his car. It had Donna in passenger seat, triumphant grin. The footage would later be savored in court. As time went, the harassment shifted to legal passive operations. They tried to garnish wages using joint debts. They claimed I owed spoons and napkins. I fought in small claims like a gladiator of receipts. Guess what? Court dismissed the napkin claim. Felt like a small victory in a huge war. Public humiliation cycle repeated. They posted new photos of Lil Issa at birthday party. Everyone commented, "See how happy she is." My heart broke into small pieces labeled viral. Dina recommended I avoid social media completely. I posted a single photo of my shoes once. It was reshared as "woman walks away." People love walking metaphors. The custody modification hearing arrived. I prepared my evidence packet like a chef. Dina whispered, "Be concise." I whispered back, "Be loud later." Court presented testimonies and ring cam footage. Jamal's friends lied with calm faces. Donna's friend Helen testified about my temper. Their moral compass seemed made of paper clips. Then Dina played the neighbor's ring cam file. It showed Jamal theatrically stage falling. It showed Donna taking my box of books. It showed them laughing in a hallway. The judge squinted like someone reading small print. Dina argued supervised visits should be expanded. Jamal's lawyer said, "We have stability." Stability for them meant control again. Judge said, "We need more investigation." Investigation meant delay. Delay meant more humiliation. I left the courthouse with shaky hands. Public humiliation kept morphing into legal footwork. Then come the last waves of escalation. Jamal started a reconciliation social post. Photo, him holding Lil Issa pretending regret. Caption, "Trying to fix what was broken." Comments, "Stay strong," and "Never leave family." My inbox filled with venom disguised as sympathy. I responded once, "I'm trying to breathe." They called it attention-seeking. Attention is currency in a court of opinions. Dina said, "We need to secure your independence." We focused on moving out fully. We bought boxes, filed mail forwarding. Packing got aggressive. Donna showed up at studio with police. Police claimed, "Civil matter." I had the deadbolt, I had a key, I had the lease. They left after an hour of paperwork. Later, Jamal tried to get an emergency custody change. He filed allegations of instability during move. Instability? I had a U-Haul and receipts. My phone blew up with unknown calls. I blocked them all. One number refused to accept block. It was a spoofed number. Annoying. New escalation. Spoof calls and fake texts. Someone pretended to be Dina on text. They sent me cancel plans. I didn't fall for it. Dina's assistant confirmed, not us. The pattern of harassment continued like a subscription. I began to sleep with pepper spray under pillow. Soundless weapons are modern anxiety. One day I received an envelope with a screenshot. It was a Ring cam clip showing my silhouette. Someone captioned, "We saw her leaving." I burned the paper in the sink immediately. The kitchen filled with smoke and memory. I considered calling the police again. They said, "We can only do so much." Their sympathy felt like a brochure. Legal system moves in molasses. I found solace in small humiliations reversed. I started posting anonymous acorns of truth to friends. Monica reposted them in group chat captions. People laughed, but laughed with sorrow. I kept escalating documentation. One key piece, Donna's ledger of fines. It had listings. Sarah 3 towels, $12. I took it to court like treasure map. Dina used it in emotion to show control. Judge read the ledger, raised an eyebrow. He said, "That is unusual." Unusual is a legal term now. We got supervised visits expanded slightly. Not victory, but movement. Then Jamal tried posting Ring cam footage himself. He shared a clip of me and Lil Issa. Comments praised his steadfast parenting. I filed a motion to have footage removed. They argued public interest. Public interest becomes a club. Meanwhile, Donna escalated to social witness recruiting. She invited the church youth group to bonding night. They sang and clapped and didn't ask questions. I wanted to throw the nearest shoe. Instead, I filed restraining order paperwork preemptively. Dina said, "Better to cover yourself." The restraining paperwork felt heavy with ink. They fought it like a reality show judge. Court requested more evidence of threat. My Ring cam, the mailman note, the ledger. We compiled a hygiene of receipts. Then came the last week before a big hearing. Dina said, "This is heavy. Prepare for unpredictability." I decided unpredictability would end with action. I planned to move my essentials permanently. The night before hearing, Jamal left a voicemail. It was 3 minutes of guilt and anger mixed. He accused me of ruining family. I listened once and deleted. Dina called in the morning. "Do not engage." We drove into courthouse like gladiators in civvies. This session was supposed to be decisive. It involved supervised visits and custody motions. We brought Dina, we brought receipts, we brought courage. Jamal arrived with a new partner on his arm. Shock, third person did a cameo. She smiled like a brand new accessory. Her name, Kiara, 22, naive by design. Kiara testified she wanted to help with the baby. She had a ring of hair dyed aggressively. Her testimony was weirdly earnest. Watching Jamal be inconsistent was delicious. Sometimes he sobbed in court for show. Sometimes he delivered anger like a sermon. Kiara's appearance made him wobble. Public hypocrisy shining. Then the unexpected. Ring cam footage submitted by neighbor. It showed Jamal leaving Lil Issa in the car for 5 minutes. It showed Donna talking on phone while Lil Issa fussed. It showed them laughing minutes later. Judge frowned, which is judicial thunder. After hours of paperwork and humiliation, Judge made a ruling. He granted me increased supervised visitation. Not full custody, not yet. Felt like holding a shard of moonlight. We left the courthouse half victorious, half raw. Donna posted about partial loss on family page. She started a petition to protect traditions. It got 10 signatures. The final sequence of days got action-focused and bleak. Jamal called my new landlord asking questions. Landlord emailed me. We received odd call. I told landlord, "It's harassment. Please ignore." Landlord said, "We'll file a complaint." I called HR to inform them of ongoing harassment. HR said, "We've flagged your name to legal." I emailed my supervisor with copies of police report. Then the Ring camera at my studio recorded a delivery. It was a package containing family photo album. I didn't open it. I forwarded it to Dina. Dina said, "Keep everything." New witness. Building manager saw woman leaving pamphlets. She took photos, filed it as harassment by proxy. The harassment escalated to frivolous small claims. They tried to sue me for emotional distress from leaving. The claim was absurd. Court dismissed it for lack of standing. One of Jamal's friends tried to post a wanted flyer. It said, "Wanted, mother who abandoned child." It had my face and a phone number I never gave. I called police. They recommended civil counsel. Dina prepared a motion for sanctions. We filed it. They retaliated with a new petition. They accused me of alienation because I sang lullabies in visits. Alienation? I hummed a song Lil Issa liked. They called it manipulation. The final loop tightened. I moved again for safety reasons. My new studio had a thicker deadbolt and no communal spoon policy. I installed blackout curtains and slept better. I began to actively block and document every contact. One evening, I received an email from HR Screenshot. They forwarded an anonymous complaint to legal. I felt sick, called Dina. She typed a furious response. It spiraled to official letters and carbon copies. Then one last humiliating hammer. Someone leaked a short clip of my supervised visit. It was edited to look like me yelling. The clip spread in a private chat of Jamal's cousins. My phone lit up with cruel laughter emojis. My hands shook, but my mouth set. I sent Dina a text, "Do it now." Dina filed for sanctions against Jamal's family. She demanded the clip be taken down and evidence preserved. Court ordered takedown and preservation of IP logs. The IP logs pointed to Helen's phone, surprising no one. Helen denied it like a practiced actor. Then the worst part, the kids at daycare began to ask, "Where is mommy?" Lil Issa asked a teacher. Teacher responded, "We're with family right now." The word family becomes a weapon again. I filed one more motion, an emergency temporary custody increase. Dina said, "We need a blockbuster." Blockbuster came in the form of Ring cam footage. It showed Jamal and Donna leaving Lil Issa alone for a lunch. It showed a neighbor recording them in disgust. We entered it as a sealed exhibit. Judge reviewed it behind closed doors. After a long silence, he came back with a ruling. He increased supervised visits to unsupervised weekends for me. Not permanent custody, not yet. We celebrated in quiet ways. Monica cried extra hard, like a weather event. Dinner that night was guarded joy. Donna posted, "We will fight," like a threat. She mailed a certified letter threatening suit. Dina laughed and said, "Let them try." Legal war continues. Final action-focused sequence begins now. First final line. I block Jamal's number permanently. Second final line. Landlord files incident report about calls. Third final line. HR forwards my detailed email to corporate. Fourth final line. Ring camera footage uploaded to sealed court file. Fifth final line. Cops have a docket number now. Sixth final line. Dina files sanctions against Helen. Seventh final line. Small claims dismissed, countersuit pending. Eighth final line. Supervised visit calendar confirmed via email. Ninth final line. My bank sends fraud alert confirmation. 10th final line. My new landlord changes security code. 11th final line. I put Lalisa's favorite sweater in a box. 12th final line. I move out again at dawn. 13th final line. Their group chat still whispers my name. 14th final line. My number shows blocked on caller ID. 15th final line. The last court date is scheduled. 16th final line. Ring cam footage sits in evidence. 17th final line. HR email sits in someone's file. 18th final line. I pack my bags for the hearing. 19th final line. The baby's laugh haunts voicemail. 20th final line. The world is loud and unresolved. They still have the kid. Lawsuit pending. HR email sent. Ring cam uploaded. Cops assigned a case number. Landlord changed the locks. Court date stamped on calendar. Blocked number reads, no caller. I drive to the courthouse. My hands on the steering wheel shake. The studio behind me smells like microwave dinners. My last backpack contains receipts and a puppet. The puppet is limp and heroic. I walk into court with Dina trailing. Pages of evidence clack like bones. The family page posts a video montage titled Lessons. It has captions slow and cruel. I show the judge the ledger again. Donna denies, then coughs, then avoids eye contact. Jamal mumbles, becomes quiet in the gallery. Kiara stares like she's in a commercial. Final moments are procedural and stinging. The judge rules partial, vague, and bureaucratic. We get more visitation, nothing definitive. They keep Lil Issa during weekdays. I get 3 weekends a month. There's a paper bandage on open skin. The family posts victory pics anyway. They remain unreasonable and loud. They continue to escalate privately and legally. My life is a string of blocked numbers and subpoenas. I move towns when possible, rent goes up. I sign up for a new job that pays cash. I keep the puppet in my bag like a talisman. Dina says we'll fight and files another motion. I nod because it's what we do now. The group chat still has screenshots of my moving day. My friends make jokes, sometimes too dark. The baby grows between houses and rules. Lil Issa learns 2 sets of lullabies. One day she will ask, why 2 homes? I am not ready to answer with a lesson. The final lines are cold and active. Blocked number, lawsuit, HR email, ring cam footage. Police report filed, case number given. Landlord changed locks, lease in my name. Court date stamped in black ink. I will go to the hearing tomorrow. Papers in folder, puppet in bag. No redemption offered here, just motion. This ends unresolved and loud. They kept the baby. I kept my receipts. I kept moving. Door slams.